t-shirts and merch. Clap down! My butt kinda hurts. Clap down! Hey, we're back! We're at GALOT Motorsports Park. It's, the weather seems to have broken. It's actually cooling down a little bit. There's a nice breeze going on here. Not a lot of cars because the weather didn't look promising, but GALOT always puts on a fantastic racing service. And we're here with this guy. Nope, that's not him. We're here with the white Mustang that I put a FuelTech system on, Rex Blaylock's car. We had 1,000 horsepower on the dyno at Paul Powell's, and we were finally getting to shake this thing down at the track. Full disclosure, it's been to the track before, but this is the first time we'll actually be able to manipulate the power. So we're gonna see what this does. And I brought this kid with me, and all she wants to do is sit in the truck and play on her phone.
My phone's almost dead, so I can't.
Great, that means you can help us. Woo, here we go. It's a little warm in there.
Just a little bit. We're gonna make it a little more warmer.
Yeah. Okay, so first pass, kind of a debacle. Boost cut. Who knew? He's doing this, porpoising, wastegate, rocks all over the gravel, or all over the track. We gotta figure it out. You need CO2 for boost control. All right, don't suck. Excessive. It'll work. Stand by me the whole time. More boost cut. Gotta raise that. More. Here we go. You see the gnats? That's one thing. The only downside about GALOT Motorsports Park is one of the best facilities to race at in North Carolina, but you can see these gnats, dude. They're everywhere. So, pass number one, pass number two. Deadly consistent, same pass back to back. Reason being, boost cut yet again. For some reason, human error, computer error, we don't know. After the first pass, the boost cut was not turned off, so it did the same thing again. And the way boost cut is set up on this car is it just dumps the wastegates. It doesn't boost cut or ignition cut or anything like that. So this time, we should be on a heater. It may either go up in smoke, or he's gonna have to drive it. CO2 on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I turned it on.
Gotcha.
Let's y'all to go this time.
You may have to drive this one. It's either gonna
Go to the moon.
go up, or go up in smoke. Y'all see these gnats? Like, I don't know. Is this what it's like to live in Australia? You hear about the flies down there all the time? Shoo! way better. Much, much better. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Now we got something to work with. Finally, getting somewhere. And just as we suspected, set a new personal best for this car right here. The times are actually hush-hush, but let's just say, street car, it's exceptionally respectable. Pumpy 85, air-to-air intercooler. Saw a bottle of nitrous in the trunk on this thing early in the video, but it's not hooked up, not wired yet. Not yet. That's how it comes back to me. In the name of speed, we decided to see if we can get it a little bit aerodynamical, and we put the hood on it. And this should lower the ET even further. We're getting a little bit aggressive on the hit because that last 60 foot was very nice. And I know I'm being very vague, but unfortunately, you just have to play along with us. That's the beauty, or that's just the downside of no time racing. So, fucking deal with it. Here we go. I'm holding your head. This is Banks, and this is Banks's dad's car. How fast does your dad's car go? Look, if you tell everybody on the internet how fast your dad's car really is, I'll give you $1.
160 miles an hour.
160 miles an hour? Hey, your son's selling you out right now. I told him I'd give him $1 if he tells me how fast your dad's car is.
Not on camera day.
Oh no, this is going to be in the video.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it goes 160 miles an hour.
I didn't tell the time.
See? Sold me out for $1.
Tournament in against each other. Put a line lock in this bitch. That's what happens when Rex gets frustrated. My daughter thinks I'm peeing right now. I'm not peeing. This is what I will refer to as the Trail of Sorrow. I don't want to call it, well, the other one because that would be offensive. But this just leads to bad things because you can't see it, but it's hard to see. Down here, directly below this dipstick. Hold on, big dog. I'm going to stop you right there. Hey, this is future me talking to past me. I'm interjecting on this because what I spew in this video that I'm cutting out is a whole bunch of nonsense. We were making judgments based on past experiences, and what I thought was an issue turned out not to be the issue that we thought it was. We initially thought this thing nipped the head gasket, but come to find out, it did not. This is a TKM built motor with fuel hoops in it, and if you know anything about those, you got to try really hard. You have a better chance of pushing the crankshaft onto the track than you do of actually lifting or blowing the head gasket with that setup. What we did figure out was that these are copper gaskets, and it looks like there's a slight variance of the thickness between the gasket and the fuel hoop, and it's actually just weeping a little bit of water between the head and the block, which is common with copper head gaskets on any motor. So Rex has taken the motor out, taken it back to TKM. They're going to seal it back up. And the reason we know it didn't lift the head gasket because it did not pressurize the cooling system whatsoever. It did not hydrolock the motor. There is zero evidence once we got the motor torn down that any sort of water or coolant made it into the combustion chamber, or any of the combustion pressure made it into the cooling system. It would have pushed water out and into the overflow, and the overflow for the radiator was dry as a bone. So the fine folks over at TKM are going to seal this motor back up. We're going to slam it back in the car, and we're going to take this thing back out and continue testing and pushing this thing to the limit. In the arms of the angel. I don't know how the song goes. That's it. I'm Ryan. I'm out. Peace. Head over to clapnow.com/store and buy some stuff, because I think we have merch. I don't even know. But we could definitely use a little bit of revenue.